Did you know that there are objects so small, smaller than an apple, and almost the size of a coin, that it could cost you an entire house and lot and even your first car? Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's true. These tiny marvels exude ultimate luxury, and only a select few can afford them. And what are they? Watches. Yes, you heard that right. A watch. Some of these watches cost more than a private jet, and people actually wear them on their wrists. In my opinion, luxury watches aren't just about telling time. They carry history, status, and a level of luxury that's hard to match. What's mind-blowing is that some models go for millions in auctions around the world. Now we have Jacob & Co. at $5,000. Just when you thought the old money crowd had the monopoly on luxury watches, this rebellious brand came in to shake things up. Founded in 1986 by Jacob Arabo, Jacob & Cobbler didn't follow tradition. Instead, they created watches with roulette wheels, skull designs, and even tiny spinning planets on your wrist. Their pieces are known for being bold. The Epic X stands out, while the Astronomia, priced at $1.2 million, features a rotating solar system inside. And then there's the Bugatti Chiron, a $300,000 watch with a moving engine block under glass. Conor McGregor's infamous billionaire watch, valued at $18 million, is also a head-turner. 50 Cent wore a Jacob & Coder watch at the 2024 BET Awards. Talk about a statement piece. Auctions for this brand are wild too. The Billionaire 3rd edition was sold privately for $22 million in Dubai, making headlines. Jacob & Co. only produces about 5,000 watches annually, with just 200 artisans, making this a highly exclusive brand. They're known for making watches that grab attention, not ones you wear quietly. So would you wear one of these bold pieces, or is it just too much of a flex? This time, we have Jaeger-LeCoultre, which costs $4,300. Here's the twist. This brand has been around since 1833, nearly 2 centuries of top-tier craftsmanship. Founded by Antoine LeCoultre in Switzerland, Jaeger-LeCoultre changed the watchmaking game when it created one of the smallest movements ever in 1903. Picture gears and springs smaller than a coin. And the Reverso, their iconic piece born in 1931, was initially designed for polo players. It allowed them to flip the dial to protect the glass from mallet hits mid-match. A genius idea. Fast forward to 2022, and they released the Atmos Transparent 2, which runs on air pressure. But what really blows my mind is how celebrities have been flaunting Jaeger-LeCoultre for decades. Charlie Chaplin had one in 1936, and Elton John wore it during his 2023 farewell tour. Talk about timeless luxury. At auctions, the brand reigns supreme. In 2024, their Mechanica with 19 complications sold for a staggering $1.5 million. With only 40,000 watches produced each year by 1,200 skilled craftsmen, this isn't just a luxury brand, it's a horological powerhouse. No wonder they're called the trillionaire's timepiece. If you owned one, would you wear it or lock it away in a vault? Now let's take a look at Breguet, priced at $15,000. Founded in 1775 by Abraham Louis Breguet, this brand didn't just make watches, it revolutionized horology. Breguet invented the tourbillon in 1801, shock absorbers for watches, and the signature guilloche dials still copied today. The brand's classics, such as the Tradition line, $40,000, and the Marine GMT, $25,000, are highly coveted. But what really gives Breguet its royal touch is its imperial history. Napoleon Bonaparte wore a Breguet repeater in 1798, and the legendary Marie Antoinette pocket watch, valued at nearly $30 million, remains one of the most mythical timepieces ever. More recently, Rihanna wore a Breguet to the 2024 Met Gala and flashed it during her 2023 tour. The brand's watches go for millions at auction, with the 2022 sale of the Breguet Rihanna de Naples fetching $1.5 million. With just 35,000 watches made annually and 600 artisans working on them, Breguet ticks with imperial authority. Sounds crazy, right? Well, just wait until you hear about the last one. Okay. It'll make you question if these prices are even reasonable, because only the elite can afford it. Blancpain also has an incredible reputation in the watch industry, costing around $13,000. Founded in 1735 by Jean-Jacques Blanc, this is the world's oldest surviving watch brand. Blancpain cemented its legendary status in 1953 when it launched the first professional diver's watch, the 50 Fathoms. Since then, they've dominated the deep-sea watch world. Their Ville Ultra plate represents elegance, while the 1735 Grande Complication, valued at $2 million and requiring 10 years to create, stands as the pinnacle of horology. Hollywood director James Cameron wore a Blancpain during his Avatar dive in 2022 and his 2012 Mariana Trench descent. In 2024, a Blancpain carousel sold for $1.8 million at auction, solidifying its elite status. With over 400 patents, including the flyback chronograph, and just 500 artisans crafting their pieces, Blancpain remains rare and revered. For the trillionaire, this is not just a watch, it's the ultimate heirloom of the deep sea. Next, Audemars Piguet comes in at $2,700. Founded in 1875, Audemars Piguet changed the game with its Royal Oak, introduced in 1972. The Royal Oak's steel case and octagonal bezel redefined luxury, transforming steel into a premium material. The 1993 Royal Oak Offshore further solidified the brand's position as an innovator. In 2024, Audemars Piguet introduced the Flying Tourbillon concept, a $200,000 masterpiece that blends futuristic design with technical mastery. Celebrities love the brand. LeBron James sported a Royal Oak during the 2024 playoffs and even gifted his teammates custom Royal Oaks. At auctions, Audemars Piguet watches go for millions, with the 2018 Royal Oak Perpetual selling for $1.7 million. With over 200 patents and 700 artisans, Audemars Piguet produces 40,000 watches a year. Known for blending power, style, and ingenuity, Audemars Piguet is the watch for the trillionaire's slam dunk. Then we have FPJ, priced at $26,000. Founded in 1999 by François-Paul Journe, FPJ is an independent brand producing only 800 watches annually. Their creations, like the Chronometer Blue, $26,000, and the Tourbillon Souverain are highly sought after. Celebrities like Benedict Cumberbatch, who wore an FPJ at the 2024 Oscars, appreciate the brand's fine craftsmanship. In 2021, an FPJ Resonance sold for $2 million at auction. The brand's innovative deadbeat seconds and remontoir de Gallet make it a favorite among aficionados. For the trillionaire, FPJ is a rare and technically brilliant enigma. Vacheron Constantin at $33,000. Founded in 1755, Vacheron Constantin is one of the pillars of Swiss watchmaking. Known for blending artistry with refinement, Vacheron's pieces are highly prized. Their entry-level 56 automatic starts at $33,000, but their true masterpieces, like the 2023 Tourbillon, $150,000, are even more coveted. Celebrities such as Ryan Reynolds have been spotted wearing Vacheron, bringing its elegance to younger audiences. At auctions, Vacheron's Patrimony Retrograde fetched $2 million in 2022. In 2021, the reference 57260, a pocket watch with 57 complications, was sold privately for $10 million, making it one of the most complicated watches ever made. With 25,000 watches produced each year by 600 artisans, Vacheron Constantin is the trillionaire's throne of eternity. Let's explore the top 3 most expensive watches of all time. Number 3 is A. Lange & Söhne, priced at $77,000. Founded in 1845 in Germany, A. Lange & Söhne challenges the Swiss monopoly on ultra-luxury watches. Known for its precision and bold designs, A. Lange & Söhne produces just 5,000 watches a year with 500 artisans. Their Saxonia Thin, $77,000, is minimalist luxury, while the Grand Complication, made of 2,976 parts, represents technical artistry at its finest. A. Lange & Söhne's reputation is so strong that their Zeidelwerk Honeyold fetched $2.5 million in 2021. With 250 patents, this brand continues to innovate while keeping its exclusivity intact. It's the trillionaire's German growl. Patek Philippe at $88,000 takes the number 2 spot. Founded in 1839 in Geneva, Patek Philippe is often considered the king of watchmaking. Known for heirlooms that are passed down through generations, the brand's Aquanaut Automatic, $88,000, and Nautilus Perpetual Calendar, $2 million at auction in 2022, are highly coveted. Patek Philippe's Grandmaster Chime holds the record for the most expensive watch ever sold, fetching $31 million in 2019. With over 700 patents and 50,000 watches produced annually, Patek Philippe blends heritage with groundbreaking technology. Celebrities like Tom Holland wear their Aquanaut, helping make the brand more relatable to Gen Z millionaires. Finally, Richard Mille tops the list at $60,000. Founded in 1999, Richard Mille revolutionized luxury watches with futuristic designs and cutting-edge materials. Their entry-level RMO16 costs $60,000, while the Arlano 3 goes for $200,000. These watches feel like race cars on your wrist, built for extreme performance. Usain Bolt and Rafael Nadal have been seen wearing Richard Mille at major events. Auctions have been just as wild, with a limited edition of 5E602 Sapphire selling for $2 million. Richard Mille's use of materials like graphene and tech from Formula One racing sets it apart. With only 5,000 watches produced each year by 300 artisans, Richard Mille is the trillionaire's track star, blending youth, speed, and innovation. These 10 watch brands aren't just about telling time. They're status symbols, works of art, and pieces of history on your wrist. So, which one would you wear? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into luxury, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to the channel. Hitting that subscribe button is the most priceless gift you could give me. Stay tuned for more exclusive content about luxury. See you soon.